Welcome to Aitkin High School, where we are getting you set for a Monday night matchup in boys hoops with the Rush City Tigers squaring off against the Aitkin Gobblers, and fans are starting to file in. As always, the Aitkin side of things here at Aitkin High School is packed from wall to wall, and the student section about 6 or 7 rows deep of kids ready to yell their heads off and root for these Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. Coming up on the pregame show, we will take a closer look at how these two teams measure up. We will hear from head coach of the Aitkin Gobblers, Landon Jansen, and get you the starting lineups ahead of tonight's matchup between Rush City and Aitkin. We will be right back. When we come back, we will look at how these two teams compare right here on the pregame show on KKIN AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Welcome back to the pregame show on KKIN AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you at Aitkin High School, getting you ready for some Monday night basketball with a matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Aitkin Gobblers. Let's take a look how these two team squads compare. The visiting Rush City Tigers bring in an overall record of 7-6 and are losers of 2 straight games. In their last game, the Tigers fell to Mora by a final score of 76-32 and are looking to get back into the winning column here tonight. This will be the first of 2 regular season matchups between these two teams, with the next game happening on February 20th. On the other side of things, the Aitkin Gobblers bring in an overall record of 9-6 and are winners of 4 straight as they are starting to come into form. In their last game, the Gobblers took care of their bitter rival, the Crosby Ironton Rangers, rolling to a 77-39 win. This is an Aitkin team that likes to push the pace when they want to, but they're also very dangerous when they get set up in their half-court offense. Coming up next on the pregame show, we sat down and had a chat with the head coach of the Aitkin Gobblers, Landon Jansen, talked about what it's like the first year at the helm with this Aitkin Gobbler team and just how far this team has come since we saw them in the first game of the season all the way back in early December. That's coming up, and we'll also get you the starting lineups right here on yourliveevent.com and KKI and AM, The Gobbler.
1 in 4.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Here in beautiful
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Welcome back to the pregame show on KKI and AM, The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com. We are standing by with head coach of the Aitkin Gobblers, Landon Jansen. Coach, your team's starting to come into form. You're winners of 4 straight. What's been going right for your team lately?
You know, we've really bought into the defensive side of the ball, and we're really taking pride on that. And it doesn't matter the score of the game or where we're at in the game. Our boys have just taken deep pride in on the defensive side of the ball, rebounding, boxing out, forcing turnovers, you know. And that's what, as a team, that's what we got to do to find success. And they've been bought in and working really hard on it lately. So that's how we found it.
Coach, this is your first year at the helm. How far has this team come since the first game you've been with them, and where have you seen the most growth?
You know, honestly, I mean, you can look at it. We played Crosby the first game of the season, lost by 1, and we turned around and beat them by 40. You know, and that shows the growth of it. And that game was, we won that on the defensive side of the ball. And we've really bought into the way the zone we're running and the defense we've been running, and it's been fun to see. And they've just grown heavily on the defensive side of the ball and boxing out, rebounding the little things that are going to win us games.
Coach, you're a team that can push the pace when you need to, but you also have a dangerous half-court offense. What can we expect to see tonight?
You know, we can push the pace when we want to, and like on long shots, big rebounds, our guards get out there and push the pace. But as a team, we literally like to slow it down with Isaac, get him down, get the ball inside, let him work, go to work, in and out threes, driving lanes. You know, we're a team that likes to take a shot with 10, 15 seconds left on the shot clock, make them work on defense and offense, both the other team. And so when we work the ball in and out, just slow, methodical, you know, that's how it benefits us in the half court.
Now, when your team has comfortable leads, you're no stranger to throwing all sorts of different kind of lineups out there. How important is it to get underclassmen minutes when you're building a program up the way you are?
Yeah, for sure. And it's big to have them, we go with our seniors, get them in as much as can, and then when it's time for them to be done, we work in our lineups that could be next year or even 2 years just to get them comfortability with each other, playing the court with each other. It's just fun to see when you got 17, 18 kids on a bench at a time and you get to watch them play. As a coach, that's just awesome when you get to see all of them on the court.
Coach, what would a win in front of a home crowd mean to your team tonight?
It'd be big. We just want to keep the ball rolling right in the right direction. And we've been up and down a little bit at the beginning of the season. Now we've really found our grip on things, and we're rolling. And we just got to keep going one game at a time, one half at a time. And I tell the boys every 5 minutes, you got to win 5 minutes and then win the next 5 until the final horn sounds. And so if we can do that tonight, a W, it'll feel good, but it'll just keep us moving in the right direction.
And how important is it to be coming into form at this point of the season? We're starting to kind of wrap things up, and you're starting to look ahead to playoffs a little bit.
It's good. If we take care of business, I think we're going to be a top team in the section, one of the top teams in the section, and we're going to make some noise. And maybe teams didn't think that at the beginning of the season, but with the way they're playing right now, we're definitely going to make some noise come playoff time, and I'm excited.
Coach, as always, appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be back on the pregame show on KKI and AM The Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Our mission here at Aitkin Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
Hi, I'm Jennifer and I work at Marvin. The highlight of my day would be working with my crew. I love managing. I enjoy interacting with people and making their job easier. We always tackle every problem head on, and we work as a team. It's nice going to work and, feeling valued for what you do and just getting to know everyone, and you just make friends here. If you're looking for career development opportunities, competitive pay, come join me at Marvin.
So many things make Warroad special. The community involvement, the number of activities that either as adults or for our children are really endless.
Being able to know who my kids are hanging out with, who are their parents, how can we make sure that everybody is keeping each other safe? It takes a village from that side.
It really is a small town, but has a huge heart. Come join us in Warroad.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you on the pregame show, getting you ready for the Rush City Tigers versus the Aitkin Gobblers. Some Monday night boys hoops getting ready as we inch closer and closer to tip-off. Let's give you tonight's starting lineups, and we will start with the visiting Rush City Tigers. A 6'3" senior guard, Lucas Diedrich. A 6'2" senior guard, Braden Ertz. A 6'3" junior guard, Chase Stream. A 6 foot tall junior guard, Braylon Nyhart. And a 6'1" sophomore, Austin James LaChapelle. Now, your starters for the Aitkin Gobblers, who are winners of 4 straight and are starting to come into form. 5'8" senior guard, Isaiah Baker. A 6'1" tall senior guard, Caleb Smith. A 6'1" tall senior forward, Tyler Boyd. 6 foot tall junior guard, Noah Moss. And the big man, the 6'9" senior, Isaac Osmus. We are going to take one more break. When we come back, we will have some action ready for you. It's the Rush City Tigers versus the Aitkin Gobblers right here on KKI and AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this.
It is game time here at Aitkin High School. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you on KKI and AM Aitkin. Aitkin in red on red, taking on Rush City in white on white with the yellow and blue stripe coming down the side. Aitkin will attack from right to left on your radio dial. And we've got jump ball 1 by Isaac Osmus. Lucas Diedrich didn't even give an attempt. He knew the big man was going to just paw that one backwards. Caleb Smith in the right wing, feeding to the corner, immediately feeding down to the post. No-look feed on a backdoor cut and a bucket by Tyler Boyd. What a pass by Isaac Osmus. 2-0 Gobblers jump out to a lead in their first possession of the game on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Sitting at the free throw line now, feeding it down low to Chase Stream. Chase Stream losing his footing with Osmus in his face. Turnover, Aitkin basketball, and Aitkin getting the crowd into it early. 17.5 right to go here in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Isaiah Baker driving to his left, kicking to his left. Corner three ball, Caleb Smith, he's got it. 5-0 in the blink of an eye. Gobblers on top of Rush City to start things off on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. And a 2-3 zone defense from Aitkin, feeding it down low, getting a quick bucket. That was Chase Stream with the inside the paint bucket. Bringing it up the court is Caleb Smith. Firing to the right corner, Noah Moss. Moss feeds it down low to Osmus. Osmus goes up and jams it home. Nice soft jam by Isaac Osmus. Gobblers have scored with ease in all three offensive possessions, and they set up into the 2-3 zone on defense. Right wing with it, LaChapelle. Now at the free throw line, Braden Ertz feeds it back to LaChapelle, who gets the bucket on the mid-range. 7-4, Aitkin on top of Rush City. 16.5 to go in the first half, and they're pushing the pace. Noah Moss driving baseline. Noah Moss goes up with the reverse and puts it in. Noah Moss, such a dangerous slasher, is the junior forward. Half-court pressure from Moss. On the left wing, Nyhart. Feed it to the free throw line. That's where you beat the 2-3 zone, and a turnaround, and Chase Stream hits a turnaround J right at the free throw line. Caleb Smith brings up, gives it to Osmus. Osmus hands it off to Baker, pick and roll. Now top of the arc, Tyler Boyd doesn't want the three. He's gonna hand it off and set a screen for Caleb Smith. Smith dribbles up, just hands it off to Osmus. Osmus turns around, keeps it for a moment, leaves it for Isaiah Baker. Baker up top to Noah Moss. Moss drives, picks up his dribble, turns around, give and go with Osmus. Moss goes up in good contest, but Osmus follows his teammate and gets the putback. What a heads-up play by Isaac Osmus. Good hustle by the big man. And Aitkin jumps out to an 11-6 lead with 15.5 to go in the first half from the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Free throw line jumper, good by Chase Stream. That's how you beat the 2-3 zone. You have to flash to the free throw line to the elbow area. It's exactly what they're doing. You could tell they were prepared to face this 2-3 zone from Aitkin. Right wing with the Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith feeds it on over to Baker. Baker drives, Euro step, bounce pass. Osmus got it. The playmaking ability from Isaiah Baker was shown right there. The floor general finding the big man on the backdoor cut. 13-8, Aitkin on top with 15 minutes to go. Rush City settles for a deep three, clanks off the front of the rim. Osmus gobbles it up. Now on the right wing, bringing up Caleb Smith. Smith fires with Noah Moss. Moss catch and shoot mid-range, got it. The Aitkin offense is rolling early. They're up to a 15-8 lead with 14:40 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. They tried to flash it to the free throw line again, but ball gets tipped and turned over. Noah Moss driving baseline, fading, going up with the left hand and puts it in. 6 quick ones for Noah Moss. Right wing holding over his head, LaChapelle. Now to the free throw line, Braylon Ertz. Kicks it back out to Diedrich. Diedrich bounce pass on the baseline. Floater over Osmus. No good. Offensive rebound secured by Ertz. Hits a trailer and Diedrich steps up long on the three. Getting the defensive rebound, Caleb Smith. He pushes it up with pace. Smith feeds Osmus. Yams it home with one hand. 8 quick points for Osmus, and they are fired up. And a timeout is called by head coach of the Rush City Tigers, Ricky Carlson. All Aitkin so far. The Gobblers leading Rush City 19-8. We'll be right back on KKI and AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hi.
We're back at Aitkin High School where the Gobblers jump out to a 19-8 lead over Rush City. Frank Parkinson with you on KKI and AM and YourLiveEvent.com. Luke Diedrich has it for Rush City, feeds it to his left, a catch and shoot three ball in the left wing, Braylon Nyhart. 19-11. Rush City pulls within 7 rather. No 8, can't do math. A turnover by Aitkin. Rush City gets the ball back. Gobblers lead 19-11 with 13:43 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard here in the first half. Bringing it up is Braylon Nyhart. Immediately kicks it to the right for La Chapelle. Now to the free throw line, back up top. They find La Chapelle in the right wing. A fastball moving from Rush City and another 3-ball from Nyhart. Hits the back iron and out. Ball's loose and gobbled in by Jack Jacobson. Jack Jacobson, a 5'10" junior guard coming off the bench. Jacobson leaves it for Tyler Boyd. Boyd now to Noah Moss. Moss, deep three. High bounce off the back iron, no good. Grabbing the defensive rebound, chasing it down was Braden Ertz. Left wing, Golarud. Pivoting around, he's got Jacobson right in his face. He's gonna pound it over to Ertz. Now at the free throw line, Chase Stream looking Ismus right in the face. Bounces it to the lower block. Golarud trying to get an open shot. Now leaves it for Stream, who drives. They call a blocking foul on his way to the baseline. And Rush City will remain in possession. Aitkin leads 19-11 over Rush City here in the first half. 12:57 left on the clock on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Inbounding from the baseline, Braden Nyhart, he gets it in cleanly. With his back to the basket, Golarud. He's gonna bounce it back out to the left wing. Now top of the arc, La Chapelle. Back to Nyhart. They're working it to the free throw line. Chase Stream, hook shot, no good. Chasing down the offensive rebound, Golarud goes up and gets the bucket. Golarud with 2 points off the bench for Rush City. They pull within 6. Slowing things down, Jack Jacobson, he's gonna get the half-court offense going. Osmus comes up top, hands it off, and leaves a pick for Bo Sanford. Now Osmus gets it back from Sanford, gets blocked on his way to the rim, and he will be shooting 2. That foul called on Lincoln Golarud. 8 quick points for Isaac Osmus as he lines up to the free throw line for 2. First one goes, rolls off the front of the rim and falls. Checking into the game for Aitkin is the 6'3" senior forward, Wyatt Winter. Osmus lines up for his second free throw. That one rolls off the front of the rim and misses. 1 for 2 at the line. Bringing it up the court for Rush City, Lincoln Golarud. Golarud leaves it for Braden Ertz. Ertz tries to feed it right back to him. Ball gets tipped up. Osmus grabs it. Here come the Gobblers with a 20-13 lead. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Pick and roll. Jacobson rolls to his right. Fades back. Just throws it up in the air. Osmus pulls it in. Hands it off and leaves the screen for Sanford. Sanford pops a mid-range. No good. Hits the cable above, and it's going to be Rush City basketball. Austin James La Chapelle brings it up for Rush City. He's going to actually just leave it for Nyhart. Nyhart brings it up. Now back to La Chapelle. Back to Nyhart. Fastball movement, turnover. Bo Sanford with it. Dribbling with his left hand, crosses over. Sanford now to the top of the arc. Feed to his right. Caleb Smith, catch and shoot. 3-ball, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by La Chapelle. Leaves it for Braden Ertz. And they immediately bring it up to Nyhart. Nyhart in the left wing, dribbling with his right hand. Leaves it for Braden Ertz. Now right wing La Chapelle. They're just rolling it around. It's a 3-2 zone look from Aitkin now. They opened up the game with a 2-3 zone. Mid-range pop shot, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith brings it up. He's got La Chapelle right in his face, leaves it to Osmus. Osmus drives baseline, goes up with one hand, no good. Good contest from Braden Ertz. Here comes Rush City, runs the guy over, and a charge is called promptly. Aitkin basketball, Gobblers with a 20-13 lead over Rush City. 11:07 on the clock in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Bringing it up the court, Bo Sanford. Sanford leaves it for Osmus. Osmus fakes it back to Sanford. He keeps it in the high post. Back to the basket. Hands it off for Jacobson. Jacobson leaves it for Smith, who shoots a deep 3 and rattles it home. Second 3-ball of the hat for Caleb Smith. 6 first half points. Gobblers jump out to a 10-point lead with 10:40 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Braden Ertz, left wing, pivoting around. Hasn't used his dribble yet. He's just going to pass it down to the corner. Golerud, fade away, way short. Osmus hauls it in. Pivoting around, trying to find a guard. He finds Caleb Smith, who safely brings it over the half-court line. Feeding down low. Winter was open, falls with one hand, leaves it for Jacobson in the corner. Jacobson turns it over. Chase Stream with the steal. Coast to coast, up with a finger roll, and missing was La Chapelle. Gobblers gobble up the defensive rebound. Caleb Smith walks it up. He's going to set up the half-court offense. Flashing up to the top of the key is Wyatt Winter, leaves it for Jacobson in a pick and roll. Osmus pivots in after getting at the top, leaves it for Caleb Smith. That's his hot spot, and he falls short on that one. Shooter's got to shoot, though. Checking into the game for the Aitkin Gobblers, Isaiah Baker and Tyler Boyd for a 40 Club in Aitkin substitution. The 40 Club in Aitkin, the best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, and keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. Left corner with it for Rush City is Lucas Golerud, Lincoln Golerud. Golerud underhand pass back to the guard, Ertz at the top. Ertz drives into the free throw line. Now pivoting around Golerud in the low post, too much on it off the glass. And grabbing the rebound is Tyler Boyd. Here come the Gobblers with a 10-point lead. 9.5 to go in the first half. On the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard, Caleb Smith left open again. You cannot leave a shooter like that open, but it rattles up the front of the rim and out. Golerud grabs the rebound. Now left wing Nyhart. Right wing Ertz directing a little bit of traffic. Top of the arc pump faking and passing it along to his left is Carter Guy. Contested three, Golerud off the back iron and out. Offensive rebound hauled in by Ertz. Leaves it for Diedrich, who's trailing. He's got Sanford right in his face. Fires it out for Chase Stream, who shoots the three ball. Way too much on it. Ball's loose. Long rebound. Finds its way to Isaac Osmus. Bo Sanford will bring it up. Sanford bounce pass to his left. Faking the pass down low and hanging on to Tyler Boyd, and he's got a guy draped all over him. They call an offensive foul. Noah Moss getting ready to check into the game for the Gobblers for a 40 Club in Aitkin substitution. Aitkin leads 23-13 over Rush City with 8:40 to go in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Lucas Diedrich brings it up. 2-3 zone look for the Gobblers on defense. Diedrich top of the arc, he's just rotating it. He's the swing man. They turn it over. Baker has it. Baker slows it down. Fires it to the left corner, Moss. Moss gets a pick, he's on the left wing. Pivots around, picks up his dribble. Fires it to Osmus at the free throw line. He pivots, leaves it for Moss in the left wing. Moss gets it poked away for a moment. Braden Ertz in his face. Isaiah Baker, dribble drive from the three-point line, no good. But it's just a little bit long on the finger roll. Bringing it up the court for Rush City, Lucas Diedrich. Diedrich with a leaner. Fall away Jay, no good. Aitkin grabs the defensive rebound. Isaiah Baker brings it up. Crossover from right to left. Baker sticks with it. He's got Carter Guy all in his face. A reach and foul is called on the floor. Aitkin with a 10-point lead with 7:48 to go in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Inbounding right in front of the press booth here. Noah Moss leaves it for Isaiah Baker. Isaiah Baker pivoting around, needs help. Isaiah Moss in the corner. Noah Moss, rather. Noah Moss tried to hit a cutting Tyler Boyd, and it's turned over. And here comes Rush City trying to cut into this 10-point deficit with 7.5 to go here in the first half. They flash it to the free throw line. Carter Guy tries to hit a cutter. They turn it over. Too many turnovers for Rush City. Caleb Smith brings it up. Noah Moss, spin move, crosses back over to his right. Crossover to his left, picks up his dribble. Osmus wants it. Not going to get it just yet. Isaiah Baker flings it to the right corner. Caleb Smith catches shoot three ball from the corner. Good. Third three ball by Caleb Smith. And the Gobblers jump out to a 26-13 lead over Rush City on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. 7:07 left to go here in the first half. This Aitkin Gobblers team is playing their best basketball down the stretch here in the regular season. Right wing La Chapelle. La Chapelle leaves it for Guy. Fast ball movement and a three ball, nothing but net. Lucas Diedrich, his first bucket of the game. Pulls Rush City back within 10. Noah Moss ball handling on the left wing. He gets a screen, he's just gonna run past it. Going up, slashing, missing. Osmus tips it back to him. Noah Moss has it, just dribbles it back out, shooting a 3-ball. Caleb Smith off the front of the rim, no good. Smith just letting it fly here in the first half. Crossing over from right to left, Carter Guy. Fall away jumper from the mid-range on the baseline, no good. Air ball, Osmus with the defensive rebound. Isaiah Baker brings it up. Half-court pressure from Carter Guy, beats him with sheer speed. Drive and kick, top of the arc. Now they get it over to Caleb Smith, the shooter. Smith feeds it down low. Osmus to the top of the arc. Tyler Boyd, catch and shoot 3-ball, no good. Long rebound goes to Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith with the floater, got it. Crashes the offensive glass, throws a floater up and sinks it. Caleb Smith with 11 points in the first half. Top of the arc, Carter Guy. Ball gets loose for a moment. Diedrich keeps it. Diedrich loses it for a moment and sticking with it. LaChapelle, no good. Defensive rebound, Tyler Boyd flies in and grabs it. Aitkin up 28-16 on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. 5.5 to go in the first half. Baker crosses over to his left, gets a screen from Osmus, goes all the way to the rack, no good. Osmus is there and gets the putback point. 11 points for Isaac Osmus in the first half. He and Caleb Smith are leading all scorers with 11 apiece. Cutting Dietrich, falls away. Osmus was in his face, causes a little discomfort, grabs the defensive rebound, and Isaiah Baker brings it up. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Noah Moss with it on the left wing. Gets it poked free. Good defense by Mavin Knutson. And now Knutson gets called for a reach. Got a little overzealous. Aitkin with a 14-point lead. 5 minutes to go here in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Conversation between the two officials. Noah Moss will inbound right in front of a student section. Bo Sanford getting ready to bring it up. And another conversation, they're going to reconvene. Two referees making sure that they are on the same page. The Aitkin Gobblers lead 30-16 over the visiting Rush City Tigers. Rush City losers of 2 in a row, while Aitkin quite the opposite, winners of 4 in a row, trying to make it 5 here tonight. Talking with head coach of the Gobblers, Landon Jansen, before the game, he mentioned how far his team has come. He used the matchup against Crosby Ironton as a reference point, saying when they first played Crosby Ironton earlier this year, it was a 2-point game. They played them the other day, beat them by 40. This is a different Aitkin team than we saw in early December. They are growing with each game under Landon Jansen, who has at his first year at the helm here in Aitkin. Impressive coaching job by the young Landon Jansen. And we are back to playing basketball. Noah Moss, dribble drive with his left hand, takes it all the way to the rack and finishes. 32-16, Aitkin on top of Rush City. 4:40 remains here in the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. At the free throw line, Braden Ertz puts up a mid-range, misses long. Offensive rebound hauled in by Nyhart. Diedrich, left corner, dribbles out. Now top of the arc, Nyhart. Fast ball movement. Diedrich back in the left wing, trying to work it down low. Not the brightest idea with Osmus waiting for it, pokes it free, and Jack Jacobson gets the steal and brings it up himself. Jacobson, a 5'10" junior guard. Bo Sanford, pump fake. Pick and roll, he's gonna take it all the way, no good, missed just a bit short. 4 minutes to go on the clock in the first half. 2-3 zone defense from the Aitkin Gobblers. Lucas Diedrich looking right through the heart of it. Pivoting around, he's going to go cross court, catching it, Nyhart. Nyhart feeds it down low, LaChapelle, back to Nyhart, give and go. 3-ball, no good. Long rebound hauled in, and trying to push the pace was Noah Moss, but just over the outstretched arm of Jack Jacobson. Rush City trying to cut into this deficit. They trail 32-16 to Aitkin. Right wing Ertz, call foul on Bo Sanford, who tried to pick that one off. He saw the pass coming the whole way, was just a tad late on it. Inbounding Braden Ertz. He's going to go back to the backcourt, bringing it up, Braden Nyhart. Down low for Austin James LaChapelle. No good. Noah Moss comes up and grabs the rebound. He's going to bring it up himself. Moss to Stanford, the top of the arc. Swings to the left. Now they flash it down low to Osmus. No good. Gets his own board and puts it in. Osmus, no match for Rush City. The 6'9" big man, so smooth in the post. Even when he misses, he's in a position to grab his own board, as we saw there. Attempted pass to the left corner gets poked away. This 2-3 zone from Aitkin causing all sorts of issues. And we have another 40 club in Aitkin substitution, but first, a timeout is called. Your score here at Aitkin High School, the Aitkin Gobblers leading Rush City 34-16. With just shy of 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. We'll be right back on KKIN AM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environment.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations to...
Welcome back to KKIN AM and YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin leading Rush City here on this Monday night, 34-16. Coming out of a timeout and turning it over is Rush City. Isaiah Baker with the steal, leaves it for Bo Sanford. Sanford to his left, Noah Moss. He sees a lane. He's going to drive right into it, go up with his left hand and puts it in. The floater of Noah Moss is just so dangerous. Kid loves to slash in the rim. Braylon Neihart gets it down low, pivoting around Golerud. He's got Osmus in his face, but Golerud with a nice low post move gets a much-needed bucket, trimming the lead back to 18. Rush City trying to hang around. Osmus gets it down low, tries to go up and gets swatted by Golerud. Oh my, what a block by Lincoln Golerud, who now down to the low post and a quick bucket. Austin James LaChapelle. Rush City with a little bit of momentum. Bo Sanford slows it down. Sanford crosses over between his legs 3 times in a row. Goes to the elbow, leaves it for Noah Moss. Moss pass to Osmus. Now holding it, tight roping the half-court line, Caleb Smith. Osmus ropes one over to Noah Moss, who hits the 3 ball. Usually likes to slash, found himself open in the corner and puts it in nothing but the bottom of the net. Left wing Lucas Diedrich. Now dribbling with the Golerud, back to Diedrich, pump fake. Good defense in the corner by Caleb Smith, taking it all the way to the rim, falling short was Diedrich. Osmus with the rebound, leaves it for Isaiah Baker, who's going to use his speed. Baker, drive, kick, Moss, catch, shoot, 3, bang! Aitkin up 42-20 over Rush City. They are just rolling. Minute 12 remains on the first half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Left corner, Golerud. Golerud between his legs, shimmy shake. One-handed dish to the other side, LaChapelle. Touch pass to the corner, no good. Osmus with the defensive rebound. 1 minute to go here in the first half. 42-20 lead, Aitkin on top. Osmus low post. Oh, thought he had a cutting Noah Moss. They were on the 2 different pages. Neihart mid-range, nothing but net from Braylon Neihart. 5 first half points. Bo Sanford brings it up, 40 seconds left on the clock, 32 seconds left on the shot clock. Between the legs, Sanford. He's on the left wing, he's gonna fire a pass to Caleb Smith. Smith pivoting, using his body. Caleb Smith uses 1 dribble, just leaves it for Noah Moss. Moss to Sanford. Isaiah Baker left wing. Windmill move, leaves it for Osmus. Isaac Osmus goes up and the big man's gonna shoot 2. Aitkin leading 42-22 over Rush City on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Osmus 1 for 2 at the line so far. Make that 2 for 3. 14 first half points and counting for Isaac Osmus. Ausmus dribbles, puts it up, and rattles it home. Premature buzzer as that thing was toilet bowling around, but then eventually fell. 44-22. Aitkin on top of Rush City. 10 seconds left on the clock, no shot clock. Taking it to third, getting blocked. Tyler Boyd with the block. They try to go coast to coast. Noah Moss could not chase it down. 3.5 seconds left on the clock in the first half. We're going to see more than likely a half-court heave from Rush City. Full court pressure from Aitkin. They don't want to give it up. Jack Jacobson saves it in for a moment. Full court heave, hits the back of the rim, almost in. Halftime score. Aitkin 44, Rush City 22. Coming up on the halftime show, we will give you first half stats and get you closer to second half action. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you. We'll be right back on KKI and AM and yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Our mission here at Aitkin Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
Welcome back to the halftime show, where we've got quite a physical halftime show going on right in front of us with a bunch of little kids playing some 5-on-5 hoops. on the full varsity court. Been a fun one to watch. Your score here at halftime, the Aitkin Gobblers on top of Rush City by a score of 44-22. Your leading scorer for the Aitkin Gobblers, Noah Moss, 16 points, 2 3 balls, the rest coming from his slashing ability, just drive into the paint with that floater with that left hand, hard to stop. Noah Moss, 16 first half points, and Isaac Osmus with 15. Caleb Smith chipping in 11 with 3 3-point bombs. Your leading scorer for Rush City is Chase Stream. He hit 3 mid-ranges all around the free throw and elbow area. Chipping in 5 was Braylon Neihart, and chipping in 4, Lincoln Golarud. The Aitkin 2-3 zone causing a lot of issues for Rush City. They pass it around quick. Early on into the first half, we noticed they would flash to the free throw line early and often, and it was working, and then an adjustment was made by Aitkin, and next thing you know, Aitkin drives out to a 22-point lead, and that's where we are at here at halftime. Aitkin leading Rush City 44-22. We're going to take a break. When we come back, second half action right here on KKI and AM The Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Our mission here at Aitkin Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School. We are getting you closer and closer to second half action. Your first half score, Aitkin getting the better of Rush City 44-22, and they're looking to cruise to the finish line in front of a packed home crowd. It's packed from wall to wall here at Aitkin High School, and it is indeed Gobbler country. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, second half action. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you on KKIN AM, The Gobbler, and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Here in beautiful
Rooted in Aitkin, supporting the people and businesses that make our town thrive. Neighborhood National Bank, proud supporters of the Aitkin Gobbler sports, and proud to be your hometown bank. Neighborhood National Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School on KKIN AM and YourLiveEvent.com. Frank the Tank Parkinson with you, getting you ready for some second half action. The score is Aitkin 44, Rush City 22 on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Your substitution and timeout sponsor is the 40 Club in Aitkin, the best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, and keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. The Aitkin Gobblers will be attacking from left to right on your radio dial. Rush City right to left. Rush City in white on white, blue shoulders, blue and white stripes on the side. Aitkin in the red on red with a double black stripe coming down the side. Quick whistle, ball goes out of bounds to get things started. Rush City will remain in possession as they trail by 22 here, 17:54 to go in the game. Top of the arc, Braylon Nyhart. Nyhart directing traffic, he swings it over to Diedrich. Playing catch, back to Nyhart. Nyhart's just gonna launch a three, misses long, offensive rebound, LaChapelle goes up with his left hand and gets it in. 6 points in the game for LaChapelle. Caleb Smith pivoting around the right wing. Smith finds an open target in Tyler Boyd, swings it over to Isaiah Baker. 2-3 zone from Rush City. Tyler Boyd feeds to Osmus, fast pass down to the corner, Noah Moss. Three ball no good, defensive rebound hauled in by Nyhart, who comes in with speed. Nyhart gonna try to go all the way. Caleb Smith had other ideas, shutting down the fast break, ball gets poked out of bounds. Rush City remains in possession as they trail to Aitkin 44-24 on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Quick shot from the inbound, gets tipped, no good. Loose ball hauled in by Tyler Boyd, and bringing it up, Caleb Smith. Noah Moss in the corner, pivoting around, trying to find somebody open, finds Tyler Boyd at the top. Boyd to Baker, Baker down to Osmus with an easy layup. Good playmaking ability by Isaiah Baker. 4 different Gobblers touching that ball in that possession. Right wing Nyhart gives it over, a one-handed shot put from Chase Stream, no good. Isaiah Baker gets it, half court. Noah Moss with the save, leaves it for Caleb Smith. Smith pivoting around, finds Moss. Moss finds an open lane, goes up his left hand, and it's an easy one for Noah Moss. Moss with 18 points, leading all scorers. Free throw line pivoting around Ertz. Ertz finds a backdoor cutter in Nyhart. Nyhart gets the bucket. Nice pass by Ertz. And Rush City back within 22. Isaiah Baker brings it across. Now to Caleb Smith. Smith passes to his right. Pivoting around the corner, Tyler Boyd dribbles out of danger. High arcing pass, Caleb Smith. Baker trying to keep it alive, stepped out of bounds on the baseline, turned it over, and it's going to be Rush City basketball. Rush City trailing by 22 on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. 15:45 remaining in this one. Dribbling down the right corner, Nyhart. Cutting and poked away. Good defense by Tyler Boyd. Isaiah Baker all by himself loses the dribble, hands it off to Moss. Moss puts it in. Unselfish play by Isaiah Baker, who's laughing up back up the court. Hesitation move from Lucas Diedrich. Now right corner, Nyhart steps into a mid-range, no good. Hauling in the rebound, Chase Stream. Turns around one-handed, baby hook, bounce, bounce, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Ball still loose, finally in the possession of Aitkin. And Caleb Smith brings it up. Caleb Smith lobs it over Osmus. Oh my! What a pass by Caleb Smith on the backdoor cut. Isaac Osmus yams it home. Free throw line, Braylon Ertz. Pivoting around, that woke the building up. Three ball from Diedrich, no good, rolls off the rim. Osmus with the defensive board, hands it off to Isaiah Baker. Caleb Smith left wing, fast pass to Moss. Moss picks it up, leaves it for Tyler Boyd at the top, swings it to his right, now left corner. Pump fake, floater, Smith actually just left it for Osmus. Caleb Smith getting the big man involved. And an early timeout by Rush City. All Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. Aitkin leads Rush City 54-26 on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. We'll be right back on KKI and AM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Here in
Welcome back to Aitkin High School, where the Gobblers lead the Rush City Tigers 54-26 with 14.5 minutes left to go on the clock here in the second half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard, and it's all Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. Bringing it up the court for Rush City, Lucas Diedrich. Left wing, LaChapelle. LaChapelle finds a cutter in Ertz. Ertz turns into it and hits the step-up mid-range jumper. Noah Moss bringing it up for Aitkin. Hesitation move, dribbles to his right, leaves it for Jacobson. Jacobson at the top of the arc, Andy Hansen. Hansen to left corner, Noah Moss, dribble drive. Goes up, looked like he withstood the contact and finished. Noah Moss just so good at slashing. Waylon Nyhart brings it up, picks up his dribble. 2-3 zone by Aitkin. Fast passing, Lucas Diedrich drives. Kicks it out, LaChapelle. Ertz passed up an open shot. Turnover, LaChapelle keeps it for Rush City. Falling away, contested by Osmus. Osmus grabs the rebound, leaves it for Bo Sanford. Sanford brings up for Aitkin. Crosses over between his legs, leaves it for Noah Moss. Moss at the top of the arc to Osmus. Osmus fakes the handoff. He's going to drive it all the way in. Now Noah Moss in the corner. Catch and shoot. Three ball, no good. Osmus is there. His shot gets blocked. Keeping it alive, Hansen. Hansen's going to kick it back out. Noah Moss to Osmus in the low block. Pump fake. Goes up and one. Isaac Osmus. Aitkin up 30, 58-28 over Rush City. 13:08 remaining on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Osmus will shoot one. And nothing but net from Isaac Osmus. Dribbling up, Braylon Neihart. Neihart tried to get it in, and good defense by Andy Hansen, redirecting the ball. Bo Sanford brings up for Aitkin. 31-point lead and counting for the Gobblers. Jack Jacobson gets a screen from Osmus. Ball gets poked free. He's going to regain it. Pass to the top of the arc for Hansen. Hansen immediately hands off to Sanford. Pick and roll between Sanford and Hansen. Noah Moss was open in the right elbow extended, but the ball just rolled past him. Turnover, Rush City basketball. 12:40 to go in this one. Aitkin looking to just cruise to the finish line. Braylon Neihart kicks it to his left for Lucas Diedrich. Mid-range jumper, good from Braden Ertz. 4 points this half for Ertz. Bo Sanford bringing it up, getting a call from his head coach, Landon Jansen. Hesitation move, leaves it for Hansen. Fast passing, they feed it down low. Working with it, Osmus loses the ball for Mullen. Sticks with it. Leaves it for Noah Moss. Moss is going to dribble from the top of the arc all the way to the rim, and Osmus tries to get the rebound, unable to. Here comes Lucas Diedrich with Rush City. Hands off to the corner, Neihart. Neihart pivoting around in the corner. Finds an open cutter in Braden Ertz. Ertz fadeaway shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Chase Stream, and he puts it in. Good hustle by Chase Stream. Bo Sanford bringing it up for the Aitkin Gobblers. 3 fresh Gobblers getting ready to check into the game upon the next whistle. Noah Moss drives to the free throw line, leaves it for Osmus. Osmus pivots around, pick and roll with Sanford. Sanford picks up his dribble, gives it to Osmus. Osmus pivoting around, right back to Sanford. Pick and roll, screen on the left-hand side. Floater from the free throw line, no good. Jacobson tried to run it all the way down, but was unable to. Rush City basketball. Aitkin leads over Rush City 59-32 with 11:23 remaining here in the second half on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Left wing, Diedrich. Diedrich now to Goularud. Goulard's pass gets poked free by Jacobson. Great defense by the guard, Jacobson. Isaiah Baker pressuring the ball handle in Diedrich. Right wing, Chase Stream. 2-3 zone from Aitkin. Goularud. Low post, pivoting around. Osmus says, not today. Blocks it, gives it to Baker. Baker to Jacobson. Jacobson goes up and taps the glass on his way to the bucket. Jack Jacobson with his first bucket of the game. 61-32. Aitkin on top of Rush City on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Diedrich hesitation move. He's got Jacobson right in his face. He's going to pass it over to Chase Stream. Back to Diedrich. Diedrich to Stream. Now left wing with the Carter guy. Carter guy bounce pass to Ertz. Fastball move by Rush City. Jumping in, Goularud gets stripped clean by Isaiah Baker. Caleb Smith on the left wing. Caleb Smith, one-handed pass for Baker. Baker drives, goes up with the left hand, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Rush City. And here come the Tigers. Lincoln Goularud has it at the top of the arc. Chest pass to his left. Pivoting with the Diedrich, fed to the left corner. Chase Stream with it, shoots the three. Chase Stream hits the three ball. Jack Jacobson will bring it up for Aitkin. Jacobson, a 5'10" junior guard. Bo Sanford waiting to check into the game, as is Tyler Boyd. Caleb Smith, hesitation move. He's going to take it all the way to the rim. Up and under, heading to the line to shoot two. Caleb Smith. Smith is so fun to watch. He does all the little things right. The main focal point of conversation with this team is usually either Isaac Osmus or Noah Moss, but quietly dangerous on the wing, Caleb Smith, whether it's his passing, his playmaking, his three-ball shooting ability, or as you saw right there, his ability to slash to the rim. A Swiss Army knife, if you will. First free throw good from Caleb Smith, extending Aitkin's lead to 62-35 over Rush City. 9 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Caleb Smith getting ready to shoot another free throw. Smith with 12 points and counting. Second free throw is good from Caleb Smith. Two-three zone from the Aitkin Gobblers. Top of the arc, crossing over Carter Guy. Guy's got Baker in his face. Gonna go to the left wing, Chase Stream, back to Guy. Guy crosses over. Gets all the way to the rim, try to go up and under, no call, straight up from Osmus, good defense. Chasing down his own shot, Carter Guy. Left-handed baseball pass, catch and shoot triple. Diedrich, he got it. What a shot by Lucas Diedrich, his second three ball of the game. Poked clean, fast break. Carter Guy gets fouled by Isaiah Baker, and he's going to shoot two free throws. Good defense by Carter Guy, turning it in to a free throw opportunity. Aitkin leading 63-38 over Rush City with 9:04 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Carter Guy lines up for the free throw. And short on that one. Guy looking for his first point of the game. Second free throw attempt by Carter Guy. He rolls off the front of the rim and drops. Bo Sanford bringing it up for Aitkin. Sanford to Caleb Smith. Smith on the left wing. Drops it down low to Osmus. Touch pass to the left corner. Three ball Tyler Boyd, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Lucas Diedrich. Diedrich gonna bring it up with some speed. Diedrich hits a cutter and Chase Stream. Stream steps out of bounds, and it's going to be Aitkin basketball. Aitkin with a 63-39 point lead, 8:43 remaining in this one. Caleb Smith bringing it up. Bo Sanford to his right. Caleb Smith calling for a pick. Now gives to Sanford. Sanford gets a screen. One-handed pass, try to get it to Osmus, stolen. Bringing it up, Golerud. Golerud has it on the left wing, slows things down. Wanted the give and go, not gonna get it back. Dietrich to the top of the arc, Guy. Guy down low, Golerud. Golerud pivoting around, Osmus in his face. Fall away jumper, no good. Offensive rebound pulled in, LaChapelle. Back up top to Carter Guy. Guy nearly traveled, but didn't. Hits a trailer, three ball, no good from LaChapelle. Osmus skies up for the defensive rebound. Fighting through contact, Caleb Smith, and they're going to call a foul. Good ball handling skills by Caleb Smith. And that is going to be a 40 Club in Aitkin timeout. The 40 Club in Aitkin, the best dining experience in the Lakes area. Grab a bite, celebrate the wins, and keep it local with your hometown favorite, the 40 Club in Aitkin. Your score during the timeout, Aitkin leads 63-39 over Rush City. Isaac Osmus with 24 points and counting. Noah Moss has 22 points. And Caleb Smith has chipped in 13, including an unbelievable assist on an alley-oop all the way from the left wing. On a backdoor cut, Isaac Osmus skying up and smashing it home. Just great playmaking ability we've seen from Caleb Smith. The perfect winger is Caleb Smith, does everything right. And he is your front runner for the Enbridge I Bring the Energy Player of the Game post-game award. Caleb Smith feeds it to Moss. Fastball movement around the perimeter. Down low, Osmus in the low post. Noah Moss selling an off-ball foul. And Aitkin will remain in possession. Moss nothing but smiles after flopping down to the ground. Bo Sanford inbounding from the baseline. No-look dish to his left. Caleb Smith, catch and shoot triple. Got it. What a shot, Caleb Smith. Lucas Diedrich brings it up past half court. Stutter steps, leaves it for Carter Guy, hands it off. Chase Stream has it. Left wing Guy. Guy feeds it down low, dribbling back out Golerud. Golerud holding it above his head, he leaves it for Guy. Between the legs, crosses over right to left, and a bounce pass to Osmus. Wrong team. Turnover. Aitkin has the ball with a 66-39 lead on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Oh my! Caleb Smith, Euro step, how are ya? Finishes with a finger roll. What a touch by Caleb Smith. It's like we heard him say he was the favorite for the Enbridge award. He's going absolutely crazy. Osmus hauls in the defensive rebound. Caleb Smith, full court pass for Noah Moss. Moss, no look time, Osmus. Oh, you know Osmus was going to yam that one home, but he lost it. Rush City has it running with a lot of speed. Lucas Dietrich a bit out of control, and they call him for a travel. Checking back into the game for the Aitkin Gobblers, Jack Jacobson. Aitkin with a 68-39 lead over Rush City, just cruising to the finish line, looking for their 5th win in a row. Jack Jacobson brings it across the half-court line. 3 ball, Caleb Smith missed it long. Rebound roped in by Lincoln Gullerud. He's going to bring it up himself. Crosses over between his legs. He got Jacobson in his face, picks up his dribble. Free throw line open, jumper, La Chapelle, no good. Caleb Smith trying to run this one down. Jacobson grabs the loose ball. Jacobson turns around and gets swatted. What a block by Lincoln Gullerud. Gullerud showing that athleticism. Aitkin will inbound from the baseline. They need somebody to come to it. Caleb Smith will be the man to do so. Caleb Smith high arcing pass to Osmus, feeds it back to Smith in the corner. He's going to get a pick on his left from Osmus. He uses it, dribbles into the middle, finds Moss on the baseline. Moss going to dribble back out. Moss with stream right in front of his face. Oh, a hit to the face. That one was physical. That foul called against Lucas Dietrich. Moss pops right back up. It's like the Energizer Bunny. That foul had a little bit of nastiness to it. Noah Moss will inbound right in front of the Aitkin bench. Aitkin leads 68-39 over the visiting Rush City Tigers. 6 minutes, 11 seconds remains on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Moss, the inbounder. Couple of off-ball screens. Caleb Smith comes around one. Pivoting around, they call it a reach and foul. Conversation being had with Lucas Dietrich, who's had a couple physical fouls. At least the ref was warning him before it, technical. The inbounder this time around will be Noah Moss. Noah Moss to Caleb Smith, comes off an awesome screen, shoots a 3, no good. Defensive rebound brought in by Chase Stream, and he comes up with some speed in a headsy play going back on defense from Wyatt Winter. Poked it free right off the knee of the ball handler, forcing the turnover. I guess he didn't force the turnover. Rush City remains in possession. Looked like it went off of a knee. Down low there is the turnover. And another turnover. Deep 3 ball misses long. Long rebound finds its way back to Chase Stream. Ball gets poked free. They call a pushing foul to slow things down. Isaiah Baker and Bo Sanford checking in. Changing of the guards, if you will. Inbound comes in on the right wing to Gullerud. Gullerud immediately down to the corner for Stream. Gullerud right wing, picks up his dribble, pivoting around, trying to find somebody open. He's just going to give to Dietrich. Poked free from Jacobson. Jack Jacobson goes up, falls out of the ground, clean, nothing but ball there. And Aitkin will remain in possession and inbound from the baseline. Aitkin leads Rush City 68-39. 5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining on the clock on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Bo Sanford will be the inbounder.
Hey, clean it up, White!
High arcing pass for Osmus. Osmus is going to go into the high post, leaves it for Jacobson at the top of the arc. Handoff. Wyatt Winter back to Osmus. Osmus finds Jacobson to Winter. Winter doesn't want the 3 ball, leaves it for Sanford. Back down to Osmus. Look at this ball movement. It's a thing of beauty. Catch and shoot 3 ball from Sanford, no good. Jacobson's going to be called for a loose ball foul, I think. Yes. Referee having a conversation, trying to calm things down. He's having that conversation with Austin James LaChapelle. Referees trying to prevent this thing from getting out of hand physicality-wise, but you can't blame them in a 68-39 game. You don't want tempers taking over from the losing side of things. Free throw line with it. LaChapelle back to the basket. 3-ball rattles out from Rush City. Grabbing the rebound. Sanford fights through contact. Sanford blows past the D-man. One-handed baseball pass for Noah Moss. Brings it all the way down in a bucket for Noah Moss. 70-39, Aitkin on top of Rush City. 4:40 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. And the Aitkin Gobblers are going to win their 5th in a row. Sanford bumps it over to Noah Moss, who's going to bring the ball up with his left hand. Moss to Baker. Baker flies off the jump and takes it all the way to the rim. The explosiveness of Isaiah Baker, my oh my, 72-39. Left wing, Gullerud stops, pops, no good. High rebound brought in by Braylon Nyhart. Nyhart dribbles back out, leaves it for Chappelle. Left wing, Gullerud. Gullerud between the legs. 2 Gobblers in his face, leaves it up top. Catch and shoot, triple, no good, missing Long, Diedrich. Long rebound, finds his way to Gullerud. Lincoln Gullerud crosses over. Sanford, good defense, shuts it down. Swings over to Nyhart, catch and shoot 3-ball from the opposite side, good. Bo Sanford bringing it up for Aitkin. Crosses over from left to right. Isaiah Baker has it. Baker with a bit of a Euro step move to the rim, and he's going to shoot 2. 72-42, all Aitkin Gobblers here tonight as they lead over the Rush City Tigers. 3:40 remaining in this one on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard, and we're going to see some seniors come in for Aitkin. Isaiah Baker's first is good. Checking into the game, Max Hagel, Owen Fode, and Andy Hansen. Isaiah Baker getting ready to shoot his second free throw. Baker misses it long. Defensive rebound brought in, and a foul on the floor. Jack Jacobson checks in. Isaiah Baker going to take a seat. Catch and shoot 3-ball from the right wing, no good from Chase Stream. Defensive rebound brought in by Aitkin. Bo Sanford brings it up. Crosses over from left to right, leaves it for Fode. Fode pivots, he's gonna get a screen. Fode trying to go all the way to the rim and falls just short, but got fouled. And Owen Fode gonna shoot 2. Fode, a 5'7" senior guard. Fode looking to extend this Aitkin Gobbler lead. Misses the first. Fode lines up for a second. That one bounced off the back rim and in. And Fode gets on the board, joining the scoring party. Aitkin leads 74-42 over Rush City. 3:15 to go on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. At the free throw line, Ertz, he's going to bounce it back out for Diedrich. Left wing, Chase Stream, pivoting around, falling to the ground, calling a push against Jack Jacobson, who just has a look of confusion. Coming up on the post-game show, we'll give you full game stats and post-game awards. You are listening to KKIN AM Aitkin 930 at 103.1 and YourLiveEvent.com, and a shot off the glass off the inbound Braden Ertz with the bucket. All 6 points coming in the second half for Ertz. Sanford hesitation move, he dribbles off to the right. Leaves it for Tice Jorgensen. Fode, left wing. Dribbles up to the top of the arc, pivoting around. Now Hansen. Hansen to Tice Jorgensen. Gets a screen from Hansen. Jorgensen wants to take it all the way, and it rolls off the rim, no good. Dietrich with the rebound. Bringing it up for Rush City. Crosses Fode over from right to left. Leaves it in the corner for Nyhart. Nyhart underneath to Dietrich. Dietrich low post. Fade away, no good. Sanford skies up for the rebound, and he's going to bring it up himself. Right wing Tice Jorgensen, catch and shoot three ball, no good. Defensive rebound brought in by Rush City, 2:15 remaining. Aitkin up 74-44. Turnover, Sanford with the steal. Sanford, 2-on-1, he's got numbers. He goes up, falls short. Tice Jorgensen follows him and grabs the rebound, brings it back out. He's going to just shoot an open three, and that one rolls off the rim, no good. Golerud with the defensive rebound. Lincoln Golerud passes to his right to Dietrich. Dietrich to Nyhart. Turnover. Andy Hansen with the steal. Bo Stanford cross pass. Timeout called. I think, I don't know. Yes, a timeout was indeed called. Your score, 74-44 Aitkin. On top of Rush City, we'll take a quick break on KKI and AM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School. Aitkin Gobblers up 74-44 in Rush City with 1:40 to go as we tick towards the finish line. Gobblers looking to win their 5th in a row, and they most certainly will. Left wing, three ball, no good, short. Isaiah Folds, but Tice Jorgensen rebounds it. Goes up to Hansen. Hansen tried to find the open shooter, but it got tipped. Hansen wins it back, good defense. Crossover, move, brings it across the half-court line, and passes it over for Tice Jorgensen. Jorgensen between the legs. He's going to get a pick. That pick by Jayden Jansen. Left wing Folds. Folds loses it, no travel called. Must have been poked free. Andy Hansen has it. Hands it off for Fode, gives him a pick. Fode with the floater, no good. Defensive rebound grab by Braylon Nyhart. Fode hustling and bustling, and foul is called. You can see why Fode's teammates go nuts when he scores. He just plays with so much heart. 53.5 seconds remaining in this one. All Gobblers tonight. Aitkin leading 74-44 over Rush City on the Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative scoreboard. Right wing, deep three ball attempt, Lucas Dietrich, air ball. Hansen grabs the rebound, 45 seconds left in this one. Tice Jorgensen brings it up. Jorgensen on the left wing, picks up his dribble. Dribbling around Lenny Hughes. Hughes leaves it for Hansen. Hansen to his right for Jorgensen. Jorgensen finds the backdoor cutter, and Hansen with the lay-in. Unselfish basketball, that's the Aitkin Gobbler way under Landon Jansen. Deep three-ball attempt by Rush City, no good. 12 seconds left on this one. Right wing with it, Isaiah Folds. He's going to dribble this one all the way to the finish line. Your final, Aitkin 76, Rush City 44. Coming up on the post-game show, full game stats, post-game awards. We'll be right back on KKI and AM and YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
(429) I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at your.
Welcome back to the post-game show. The Aitkin Gobblers gobble up the visiting Rush City Tigers. Your final score, 76-44, all Aitkin tonight. Your leading scorer for the Aitkin Gobblers was Noah Moss and Isaac Osmus, each with 24 points. Caleb Smith chipping in 18 as well. Your leading scorer for Rush City was Chase Stream with 11 points. We're going to take a break. When we come back, post-game awards. Aitkin 76, Rush City 44 is your final on KKI and AM and yourliveevent.com. Hi.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Here in I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Our mission here at Aitkin Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, staff, and parent involvement, all while learning in a safe environment. Our students take pride in being gobblers and are supplied with the facilities and tools necessary to achieve our goals of student success. For more information, visit home.isd1.org. We are ISD1. Go Gobblers!
Hi, I'm Jennifer and I work at Marvin. The highlight of my day would be working with my crew. I love managing, I enjoy interacting with people and making their job easier. We always tackle every problem head on and we work as a team. It's nice going to work and, feeling valued for what you do and just getting to know everyone, and you just make friends here. If you're looking for career development opportunities, competitive pay, come join me at Marvin.
So many things make Warroad special. The community involvement, the number of activities that either as adults or for our children are really endless.
Being able to know who my kids are hanging out with, who are their parents, how can we make sure that everybody is keeping each other safe? It takes a village from that side.
It really is a small town, but has a huge heart. Come join us in Warroad.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
Here in beautiful Central
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Our mission here at Aitkin Public Schools is to empower our students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing.
And that is going to do it for the post-game show. Thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun, a lot of basketball to be had today, and the Aitkin Gobblers finish it with a big-time win here on Monday night. Your final, Aitkin 76, Rush City 44, saying so long, everybody.
This has been a local sports presentation.